What's up, Moyo Tribe? Just got through running the water loop run in Muskogee, and ironically I've been talking the past couple of days about showing honor and respect to people, and I had a prime example today that put me in a situation where I could make a decision as to whether I was going to honor or respect someone or not. And when the situation happened, I wasn't really thinking about specifically showing honor and respect, but my first thought was, what are my values? Am I going to live by what my values are? And so I was running on the trail. There's a section where there's a steep downhill, very rocky, very dangerous technical downhill. And when I came to that spot, there were two women that were in front of me that were climbing down the downhill part. And instead of trying to pass them, I just stayed behind them and was going down the downhill not to put anybody in danger. And this man came running up behind me, passes me, kind of nudges in my shoulder, pushes past both those women. And my immediate thought was, I'm going to get him. I am going to get him. But there was a certain pace I wanted to run, and I didn't want to get out of that pace, so I picked it up a little bit at first, and I was dead set on catching him and passing him and saying something to him about passing in a dangerous section like that. I wanted to teach him a lesson. But then as I was running and trying to stay with him and stay on his tail, I thought to myself, am I going to live by my values? And so I went down my list of values. Number one, my first value on my list is love without limits. Well, maybe that was applicable, maybe not. But the second value in my list of values, personal values, is to give grace without hesitation. And I decided if I'm going to live my values and show respect and honor, I'm going to give him grace. Maybe he doesn't deserve it, but that's what grace is. Unmerited favor. So I just kept running my pace, let him kind of go up ahead. He never really went that far ahead of me. And eventually, a little while later, he started struggling. And I could tell he was struggling, and I started reeling him back in. And just after we passed the first lap and we got into the Arboretum, I passed him. And I thought I could have said something catty. I could have said something, but that's what you get for passing in a dangerous spot. But as I went by him, I gave him encouragement. I gave him inspiration. I tried to lift him up. I said, come on, man, let's go. You can do it. You got this. You got this. Keep it up. Steady pace, steady pace. And then I went on past, and that was the last I saw of him. But the thing that struck me was that the only reason I didn't catch up and say something catty to him was because I looked at my values list, and my number 2 value on the list was to give grace without hesitation. And I think if we're going to show respect and honor to people, we have to have grace. We need grace, other people need grace, and that's what it's all about. That's how we Moyo everywhere we go.